What is going on, everyone? This is Sulky, and today I want to discuss some things that you can do in Animal Crossing if you're feeling burnt out, if you're unsure as to what to do next, just because I feel like this is something that a lot of people are struggling with as of lately. So these are my ideas on how to combat that and enjoy the game. If I leave anything out, feel free to leave a comment down below letting me know what you do. I would love to hear it. Now let's get started. So number one, I think that with these updates coming along always comes new seasonal items. So the first thing that I would suggest is freshening up your island. Now for right now, we're seeing all of these really lovely pumpkin items make their way into Nook's Cranny, and you can also get these from your villagers as a DIY or from balloons. So one of the things that I've been seeing a lot of people have fun with is just finding little nooks and crannies within their island to incorporate these seasonal items in, and it just freshens it up. It gets you in the holiday spirit, and it's also just a really fun way to refresh your island and get excited about the game again. Now, if you want to take that a step further, I am the biggest advocate for this. If you've watched my videos or come to my streams, you know exactly what I'm going to say here, but flattening your island can do wonders for you. There is nothing more exciting than a blank canvas. Now, I flatten my island more times than I'd like to admit, but it always renews the game for me. One of the biggest components of Animal Crossing New Horizons is decorating. So that gives you a ton to do, especially when your entire island is flat. There's so many possibilities for where you could take your island. And my recommendation is, if you do decide to flatten it, redesign it, change the theme up, because this is going to lead into the next one, which is finding new villagers. And what I would actually suggest, and this is something that I've been doing on stream, and by the way, if you want to come hang out with me while I villager hunt, link is in the description below. But one of the things that I love doing and what gets me so excited about the game is villager hunting. And what I've done is actually redesign my island, come up with a new theme for it, and then found villagers that really go well with that theme. So for example, I'm going for a very industrial, urban, dystopian vibe with my island. So it wouldn't make sense for me to have someone like Diana live on it, right? So what I've been doing is finding those villagers that don't really fit and kicking them out specifically, and then looking through a list of all of the lovely villagers in Animal Crossing and figuring out which ones would go really well with my island layout. Now, if you're really not into touching your island too much, one of the things that I've been finding a lot of happiness in lately is visiting Harv's Island. Now, I don't know about all of you, but I really hadn't made any use of Harv's Island in the past. And for me, I'm sort of using it as a way to bring some ideas I have to life that I can incorporate into my own island. However, if your island's already complete, just going there and making little designs in each room is still a really fun way to capitalize on that designing aspect of the game without having to touch your island or break things down or anything like that. And of course, all you have to do is just empty out the room once you're done and once you're pleased with your work. But it's just a fun little thing to do to see some ideas you have in your head that maybe you couldn't incorporate on your island come to life. Now, next on my list is something that brings me so much joy. I honestly get excited when I do this, and that is visiting a treasure island. Now, if you don't know, treasure islands are islands that are completely dedicated to providing you with, whether it be materials, DIY, specific items, fossils, things like that. Now, a lot of people will say oh, that's cheating, getting all of that. But honestly, at this point in the game, as someone who's been playing since March, sometimes it's fun to just go and get all of those items that I've been missing for so long and have a field day at the island. I love doing it. I mean, I find a lot of treasure islands through Twitter, but also if you're a part of a community, I know that a ton of people always host treasure islands for their community. And speaking of which, if you need one, you should come on in and join the Sulky Games Discord, because we do a lot of really fun giveaways and events through the Discord. But that's just something that, I don't know, gives me excitement, finding those extra DIYs that I needed and could never find, or just getting a ton of materials too, right? If I'm trying to make a bunch of stalls and stuff and I need to go out and chop down trees to get wood, it's a little tedious and can kind of bring down your motivation to decorate. So just picking up all of those materials could actually be really beneficial for you in the end. And now last on this list, speaking of community, Putting together a community event with your friends can be so fun to do, especially if you're at the point where your island is completely decked out. Maybe just having them over for an island tour and hanging out and running around, whatever it may be. I find doing things like that to be really exciting, especially because we're in a pandemic right now. It's a little difficult to hang out with people physically, so using the game to hang out with your friends has actually brought me a lot of joy. And the things that people are coming up with now are super cool. I actually just did a casino night with some of the members in my community, and it was so much fun. We were doing like some quote unquote gambling and things like that. So overall, just fun and creative events that could just bring you some additional excitement. So I hope that you enjoyed this list. Let me know if you actually plan on doing any of the things below in the comments. I would love to know more about it. And remember to let me know if there's anything that I missed that you do that makes the game exciting for you. If you enjoyed watching this video, be sure to give it a like and subscribe for more Animal Crossing New Horizons content. I always appreciate your support, and I will see you in the next video.